Is India a safe country for women? Over the last 2 weeks and more, there have been protests across the country. The rape and murder of a 31-year-old doctor at the RG Kar Medical College and Hospital in Kolkata has led to nationwide outrage.
We want justice! We want justice!
There's no full stop to the protests that have been happening pan-India after the incident that took place in the RG Kar College. Now the protests certainly are not only limited to the state of West Bengal, they have spread all over the country. Currently I'm reporting from one of the hospitals in the national capital, that is RML, where protest is underway. However, the doctors have certain demands. Remember that Supreme Court yesterday have formed a panel. Now their demand is that, yes, they do welcome so as to whatever Supreme Court has said, but their demand is that in that particular panel, the doctors should also be included, because they are the one who knows that what is the actual problem that the female doctors or any other doctor has to face on the ground. What you're planning next as far as the protests are concerned, because Supreme Court yesterday have already formed a panel. What is your demand?
Actually, we are quite happy with the Supreme Court. It came up with a really good points. But the problem is that the CBI has not taken any action against the actual real accused people. So they're not even taking out the names of the suspects. So that is our main concern.
As a female doctor, do you yourself feel safe in this hospital or campus or college?
Actually, I used to feel safe, but after this incident, it has, ignited its spark in us. I think it is not acceptable.
What will be your next course of action after Supreme Court has formed a panel? Do you want that a doctor representative from the doctors itself should be there in that panel?
Obviously, because the ground level realities are better known by the residents and the senior residents.
After this incident has taken place, the fear in the minds of the doctors is deep rooted now. And now there's a need to come into action, not just on papers, but actually on ground. Then only we'll be able to bring some change and assure safety for the doctors who save our lives.
Doctors across the country, particularly resident doctors, went on strike in medical colleges and hospitals across India. They were standing in solidarity with the victim of the Kolkata horror and the attempted cover-up after her death. The demand was not just for justice, but a law protecting medical personnel.
They have been alleging that the current principal of RG Kar Medical College and Hospital is nowhere to be seen, and that is the reason why they are heading towards there. Meanwhile, you can see that the doctors of the resident doctors of RG Kar Medical College and Hospital are now heading towards Shastro Bhavan. Now on your screen you can see that these doctors would be holding a protest. Doctors now have been demanding that the current principal of RG Kar Medical College and Hospital needs to come here at the hospital, not run the day-to-day function from the RG Kar Medical College and Hospital. So these people are leaving in trucks and heading towards the Shastro Bhavan. Now they would be gherawing the Shastro Bhavan along with the other doctors from different medical colleges here in Kolkata.
Protests were widespread.
We want justice! We want justice! We want justice! Doshiyan फांसी दो! Doshiyan फांसी दो! Doshiyan फांसी दो!
We want justice, so whatever takes to get justice. And rape is not acceptable anywhere in the world, so that's what we are protesting against. Amader Ajkar Andolon hoy jonno. We are women and we want to protest against this.
You were out in the road wearing black dress. What is the message that you want to convey?
That we want justice and this is wrong. This cannot go on and rape has to stop.
The matter went to the Supreme Court, which took suo motu cognizance of the incident. This was after the Calcutta High Court had transferred the investigation of the rape and murder to the Central Bureau of Investigation. The Supreme Court took a strong view of the extremely worrying trend of rape and sexual violence across the country. to address the specific concern of violence, including sexual violence against medical professionals in medical colleges and hospitals, the Supreme Court constituted an 8-member task force to look into these pressing issues and submit a report in 2 months' time, together with recommendations to create a safe environment.
We have, in this backdrop, formed the view that a national consensus must be evolved after due consultation with all stakeholders on the urgent need to formulate protocols governing the issues which this order has highlighted. We have attempted to compose for this purpose a diverse body of persons with experience in healthcare institutions. A national task force with the following members of the medical profession is hence constituted. That there is a virtual absence of safe conditions of work for young doctors across the country, particularly in public hospitals. Most of the young doctors have to put in somewhere
36 hours.
We find that there are no duty rooms available, no separate restrooms or duty rooms available for men and women doctors, for the other nursing staff, for the paramedical staff who are also on duty. And therefore, we must evolve a national consensus to ensure that there must be a standard national protocol to ensure that safe conditions of work are provided. We categorically reaffirm that peaceful protests shall not be disturbed, nor shall peaceful protests shall not be disturbed or disrupted, and the state shall not take any action against those who are protesting against the who are peacefully protesting.
That's correct.
Against the incident which took place at Rajya Kaur Medical College.
The Supreme Court also called on the CBI to submit a status report of its investigation into the case. The West Bengal government was also asked to submit a status report on the investigations into the vandalism that took place at the RG Kar Medical College and Hospital on the 14th of August.
Report of the accused.
Which report, I'm sorry?
The injury report, the medical examination report of the accused.
Of the accused. Our difficulty.
I think Astha had given it last time, but
yes, we have the case diary. It's part of the case diary.
We are not supply. Our difficulty.
Part of the case diary, they have it. It's part of the case diary.
Only a minute, Mr. Sibal, if you don't mind.
Just flag it for us and then.
Sure.
Only one thing. I did not know, my lord, that there is some report, my lord, because our difficulty was we entered on the 5th day. And thereafter, my lord, before that, my lord, whatever was collected by the local police, my lord, we were given. And our investigation starts, my lord, that is itself a challenge by itself, my lord, because the scene of offense is altered. Everything is, my lord, even the...
Everything is videographed. Nothing is altered. Everything is videographed.
Lord, without knowing anything, Mr.
Postmortem is videographed.
Yes, rest is not videographed.
Crime is not videographed because the crime is.
The seizure memo is there, Madam. Seizure memo is there.
9 o'clock, the crime is detected.
Seizure memo is there, Madam.
Not the most shocking fact. I am not making this, Mr. Sibal, is
that is also
combative moves. The most shocking fact: the FIR is registered after cremation at 11:45 night. First, the parents are informed that she is not well by the deputy superintendent. When they reach, they say that she has committed a suicide. Thereafter, they say that it appears to be a death. Fortunately, the young doctors, the colleagues of this deceased girl, victim, they insisted that we want videography, we want this. This is suggestive that even they were suspecting some cover-up. So they were also trying their best.
Well, let's just see the medical examination.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Lord, the postmortem was done in the same hospital.
I don't.
So that may be.
Was also done in the same.
I don't want. This is entirely accusatory. I don't want to contradict my learned friend, but the record will show what happened.
When the court reconvened on the 22nd of August, both the CBI, represented by Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, and the Government of West Bengal, represented by Senior Advocate Kapil Sibal, sparred over the timeline of the West Bengal Police's initial investigation into the matter.
Muddy the waters. It's all muddy the waters. That's what you're doing.
Police. So this is not general diary entry. What is?
That is what DD is. That's
Not
what
somebody has lost the
That's
life.
according to the
Don't
rules.
at least laugh.
One second.
Don't
According to
at
the
least
rules
laugh.
that we follow,
A girl has
these
lost
regulations
her
we've done in accordance.
in a most inhuman
That's
and
not-
undignified manner.
These are the rules, and we have followed to the T the rules
Yes,
of the,
I will show that
of
what rules are.
unnatural death end.
Particularly interesting was Justice Pardiwala's questioning of Kapil Sibal on the alleged conduct of the post-mortem before the filing of an FIR of unnatural death in this case. The CBI, represented by Tushar Mehta, was insistent that there was an attempt at a possible cover-up in this case. The West Bengal government, represented by Mr. Sibal, called on the CBI to update the court about the progress in the investigation so far, instead of quote-unquote muddying the waters.
One thing, therefore, which is very clear is that the cordoning off and the preservation of the crime scene takes place after the post-mortem report is conducted. This is what the GD entry itself says.
Mr. Sibal,
Yeah.
just tell us from your record at what time the post-mortem was performed.
6:10 to 7:10 p.m.
In the evening,
Yes.
correct?
Correct.
When you are taking the dead body
Yes.
for the purpose of performing post-mortem,
Yes.
is it a case of unnatural death or not? If it is not a case of unnatural death, why do you have to perform the post-mortem?
We categorically reaffirm that peaceful protests
Yes.
shall not be disturbed, nor shall peaceful protest shall not be disturbed or disrupted, and the state shall not take any action against those who are protesting against the who are peacefully protesting.
That's correct.
Against the incident which took place at Ajikor Medical College.
The matter has now been listed for further hearing on the 5th of September, but there have also been some developments. The court called on the protesting doctors to end their strike and resume their duties.
Doctors cannot, blackmail the common people. Their solemn duty is to give medical service to the poor and common people. Do you have any right to deny medical services to these common people, the taxpayers? On what right you are doing this thing? And Supreme Court has put the same question and requested that this is not the thing to show your protest.
But the rape in West Bengal, tragically, is one in a series of incidents of sexual violence against women in the country. In Badlapur in Thane district in Maharashtra, 2 kindergarten students were sexually abused by a male attendant. The accused was arrested, but there was outrage with protests spilling out onto the railway tracks in Badlapur.
जे कालचं जे आंदोलन होतं हे पॉलिटिकल मोटिवेटेड होतं असं माझं म्हणणं आहे. कारण इतक्या फटाफट कधी आंदोलन जेव्हा होतं ते स्थानिक लोक असतात, इथं स्थानिक लोक हाताच्या बोटावर मोजण्या इतके होते आणि इतर ठिकाणून गाड्या भरून भरून त्या ठिकाणी आंदोलनकर्ते आले होते आणि मंत्री महोदयांनी समजून त्यांच्या सगळ्या मागण्या ज्या मागण्या होत्या त्या सगळ्या पूर्ण केल्या तरी हटायचं काम नाव घेत नव्हते. याचा अर्थ त्यांना हे बदनाम करायचं होतं सरकारला.
पूरी घटना की जानकारी अगर आप अपना कमेंट पास करें, क्योंकि एफआईआर और केस रजिस्टर होने में भी काफी देरी हुई है, क्या एक्शन होगा आपकी तरफ से?
नहीं, देखिए, मैं पुलिस कमिश्नर से सुबह बात की थी और उसने कहा मुझे कि उन्होंने कहा पुलिस ये जो एक्यूज है अरेस्ट हो चुका है और मैंने कहा कि इसके ऊपर जितने भी सेक्शन लगते हैं ये बच्ची का हादसा बहुत ही दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है, ये दुखद ये घटना है और निश्चित रूप से सरकार ने पूरी तरह इसे गंभीरता से लिया हुआ है. इसमें जो कोई लापरवाही बरतेगा, जो कोई दोषी होगा उसको नहीं छोड़ा जाएगा. सभी लोगों को कड़ी शिक्षा मिलेगी और उसी तरह इस केस को हमने फास्ट ट्रैक पे लिया हुआ है. इस केस को स्पेशल पीपी हम लोग दे रहे हैं. इस केस को पूरी तरह अंजाम देने के लिए पूरी तरह जितने एविडेंस है वो एविडेंस पुलिस कोर्ट में पेश करेगी और इसे 2 महीने के भीतर इसमें ये केस में जो अंजाम है, जो जजमेंट है वो मिलेगा, ताकि ऐसे केस को दोबारा कोई भी करने की हिम्मत ना करे। ये हमारी कोशिश है।
एक प्रकार से कुकर्म करने का प्रयास किया या कुकर्म किया है, ये बहुत ही गंभीर इस प्रकार की बात है और हम इसकी बहुत ज्यादा निंदा करते हैं। और राज्य सरकार ने इस मामले में एक एसआईटी का निर्माण किया है। आईजी लेवल की महिला अधिकारी को एसआईटी का प्रमुख बनाया गया है। हमारा यह प्रयास है कि इस मामले की तुरंत जांच होकर और चार्जशीट भी जाए और फास्ट ट्रैक कोर्ट में इसको हम चलाने की कोशिश करेंगे, ताकि जो पीड़िता है उनको एक प्रकार से उसमें न्याय मिल पाए। इस प्रकार का हमारा प्रयास हो।
Dastardly incidents like that deserve to be condemned and strictest action as assured by the Honorable Chief Minister Shinde ji, Deputy Chief Minister Fadnavis ji and Ajit Pawar ji. I am sure the state government will not leave anybody responsible and ensure that they get the most severe punishment through the fast track court.
तो उनके मानसिकता विकृत है। जिस तरीके से ये जो दुष्कर्म किया है उसकी मानसिकता विकृति, वैसे इसमें राजनीति है ऐसे कहने वालों की मानसिकता भी विकृत है। और प्रणीति ने जो कहा है ये कब होता है, जब पूरे हम कहते कि पुलिस, ये जो बच्ची थी उसकी माँ और पिताजी वहां गए थे तो 10 घंटा 12 घंटा उनको ऐसे ही बेदखल किया गया था। उनकी कोई तकरार लेने के लिए तैयार नहीं था और उसकी माँ तो गर्भवती है। अब वो हॉस्पिटल में उसको भर्ती किया गया, बुखार भी था, तेज बुखार था। सीधे रास्ते से अगर न्याय नहीं मिलता है तो लोगों की मानसिकता हो सकती है कि आग लगे तेरे जो कारोबार चल रहा है उसको, आग लागो तुझे कारोबार अलग, तो ये तो मानसिकता हो सकती है। और इसको अगर आप राजनीति कहते हैं तो ऐसे लोग विकृत हैं।
As well, a thorough background check was allegedly not conducted on the attendant. There was considerable delay in not just filing the FIR, but the local police also acting on the issue. Questions were also raised by the opposition over the alleged links of the school with the local BJP leader.
और जो एसआईटी इनने की है, जो आरती सिंह नाम की जो आईपीएस अधिकारी है, उसके ऊपर हमारा भरोसा नहीं है। जो सरकारी वकील जो इस केस में फास्ट ट्रैक केस में जो लड़ने के लिए रखा गया है वो बीजेपी का नुमाइंदा है। संस्था बीजेपी की है, संस्था आरएसएस की है। हाल ही में उज्जवल निकम बम्बई में इलेक्शन लड़े हैं बीजेपी के टिकट के ऊपर, तो इनके ऊपर किसी का भी भरोसा नहीं है। पीड़ितों को न्याय मिलेगा ये अभी तक उसमें स्पष्ट नहीं होता है। तो इसलिए सरकार ने ये दोनों को बदलना चाहिए, ईमानदार लोगों को डालना चाहिए, तो सरकार की नीयत उसमें स्पष्ट होगी। नहीं तो सरकार ये सब पाप छुपाने के लिए लगी है, ये एक बात तो सामने आती है।
Crime against women in any part of the country, whether it's a BJP ruled state or a Congress ruled state or non-Congress, non-BJP, is a crime against half this country's population. And the BJP cannot see crime against women through its political prism. Why is the BJP quiet on Badlapur? I mean, minor people, minor girls have been raped. Why is the BJP quiet there? Internet has been switched off there. But according to reports that are coming out of Badlapur, the journalist who broke the story is today being harassed, is today being intimidated by the Shinde Sena members. And the reality also is that the government apparently sat on this case for almost a week because they had to launch a scheme. Is this the way you're going to make our women secure? Where is NCPCR? Where is NCW today?
लॉ एंड सिचुएशन की पूरी धज्जियां उड़ चुकी है, स्टेट में है ही नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं बचा। ये सबसे महाराष्ट्र की आज की स्थिति कानून व्यवस्था की सबसे बदतर है। ऐसी स्थिति कभी नहीं थी महाराष्ट्र में। इतनी पूरी तरह महाराष्ट्र की स्थिति बिगड़ चुकी है। चुनाव पूरा 2 महीना खत्म होने तक महाराष्ट्र को अस्थिर करना, आपस में लड़ाना, दंगे वो आपस के लोगों को धर्मों के साथ में धर्मों को लड़ाने का काम करेंगे। ये लोग चुनाव जीतने के लिए कुछ भी कर सकते हैं। बदलापुर के जनता का सीएम ने अपमान किया है।
Officials have been suspended and the state government claims that accountability has been fixed, but many of the protesters are not convinced.
मैम एक्चुअली इस केस के बारे में बात करनी थी। दरअसल
मुझे कुछ बात नहीं करना है।
बस आप ये बता सकते हैं क्या कि
ठीक है मैम, मैंने मेरा काम किया है, मैंने प्रामाणिक काम किया है और मैं जो कुछ बोलूंगी मेरे सीनियर के सामने बोलूंगी।
A cursory glance at the statistics published in the National Crime Records Bureau makes for worrying reading. In 2022 alone, there were 4,45,256 cases of crimes against women registered in the country. That's almost 51 FIRs every hour. Of these, 31.4% of the cases pertain to domestic abuse, 19.2% of the cases related to kidnapping and abduction, 18.7% were related to outraging the modesty of women, and 7.1% of the cases were of rape. The state with the highest reported crimes against women in 2022 was Uttar Pradesh, but Rajasthan reported the highest number of rapes. As far as crimes against children are concerned, Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh led the list in 2022. All in all, it's an extremely worrying state of affairs. The clamour for better policing as well as both police and judicial reforms grows, but after the horrific gang rape and murder of Nirbhaya in 2012, the tragic trend of crimes against women has continued.